Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. So, children, yesterday we have discussed about the pteridophytes. Today we will discuss about the gymnosperms. This is the last topic of chapter 3rd, Plant Kingdom. So, children, what do you mean by gymnosperm? Gymnosperm means gymnos means the naked and sperma means seeds. So that the gymnosperms are the plants in which the ovules are not enclosed by the ovary wall, or we can say the ovules are not enclosed or seeds are not enclosed by the fruit and remain exposed before and after fertilization process. So, children, the seeds that develop post fertilization are not covered, they are naked, means the fruit is absent. So, children, the examples of the gymnosperms are Cycas, Pinus, ephedra. You can see these fruits in this diagram. So, children, there are the different ovules that are present in the angiosperm ovule and the gymnosperm ovule, and you can easily see the difference between the gymnosperm and the angiosperm ovule. In the angiosperm, the seeds are covered with the fruit wall, or we can say the ovary wall, but in the gymnosperm the fruit is absent and the seeds are naked. So, children, they include the medium size tree or the tall trees. We can say the shrubs are also present. The gymnosperm sequoia is a giant redwood, which is the tallest tree species, and the roots are generally tap roots. The roots in some genera have the fungal association in the form of mycorrhiza. The example of the gymnosperm in this diagram is the pinus. The pinus roots with the mycorrhiza. And children, the coralloid roots which are present in the cycas. In the plants like the cycas, the small specialized roots we are calling the coralloid roots are associated with the nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria, and the stem are unbranched which are present in the cycas, and sometimes the stems are branched which is present in pinus or cedrus. So the leaves are simple or compound. They are well adapted to withstand the extreme temperature, humidity and wind. In cycas, the pinnate leaves persist for a few years. In the conifers, the pinus cedrus are the needle-like leaves which reduce the surface area. Their thick cuticle and sunken stomata also help to reduce the water loss. So, children, the mode of the reproduction in the cycas, you can see the male and the female strobili. The gymnosperm are the heterosporous and they produce the haploid microspores and the megaspores. Some leaves are modified into the sporophylls, and they are compactly and spirally arranged along an axis to form a strobili or the cones. We have discussed the cones in the pteridophytes also. So the sporophylls bear the sporangia which spores are produced, and the sporophylls are two types, microsporophylls and the megasporophylls. The microsporophylls you can see in this picture, which is male cone, there is male cone present, and the female cone, the megasporophylls are there. So, children, the microsporophylls are arranged to the male strobili, or we can say the microsporangiate. They bear microsporangia, and the microspores develop into the male gametophytes. It is highly reduced and confined to only a limited number of cells. This gametophyte is called a pollen grain, and the pollen grains are developed within the microsporangia. The megasporophylls are arranged to the female strobili or female cones, which are called the macrosporangiate. They bear the megasporangia and the ovules. The megasporangia mainly consists of a body called the nucellus. It is protected by the envelopes, and the megaspore mother cell is differentiated from a cell of the nucellus. So children, the megaspore mother cell undergoes the meiosis division, which is the equational division, to form the 4 megaspores. One of the megaspores enclosed within the megasporangium, or we can say the nucellus, develops into a multicellular female gametophyte that bears 2 or more archegonia. The multicellular female gametophyte is also retained within the megasporangium. So the reproduction in the gymnosperm, we can see the male and the female cones may be born on the same tree in the pinus, or it will be on the different trees. In example of the cycas. So unlike the bryophytes and the pteridophytes, in the gymnosperm, the male and the female gametophytes do not have an independent free living existence. They remain within the sporangia and retain on the sporophytes. So children, the pollen grains released from the microsporangium are carried in the air currents and meet the opening of the ovules, and the pollen tube carrying the male gametes grows towards the archegonia in the ovules and discharge their contents near the mouth of the archegonia. And after the fertilization process, we know the fusion of the male and the female gamete is called the fertilization. After the fertilization, the zygote is formed, and then it is developed into an embryo, and the ovules into the seeds. So children, you can see in this picture the life cycle of the gymnosperm. So hope children this topic is clear. If any query, you can write in query box, or today your homework is to write down the notes of gymnosperm and then write down the question answers of book exercises. Thank you children.